Hello everyone, I am Chevallier. I am from South Africa. In 2012 I learnt about some of the problems that are facing our world, and I went and studied at the Sustainability Institute. I learnt about biomimicry and I fell in love with it because it gave me a reason to be reconnected with nature and understand its genius. My twin brother and I decided that we wanted to make a practical difference in the world. We decided to start an organisation called Sustainable Brothers and Sisters to influence my friends back in South Africa to think about the world they live in and be more critical of some of the things that are going on around them in terms of social problems, renewable energy problems and ecological design problems. And it's been a platform where we can promote social justice and allow for a new voice for ecological systems, and started from an organic way of looking at the world, at the beauty of people and environment, and find sustainability. It's been incredible. I realized that I couldn't just keep looking at theory and looking at designs of nature through a book. I realized that I needed to go out into nature, into the bush, and actually see for myself how these designs work in practice. I went off to the north of South Africa to train to become a game ranger. I then got an opportunity to work with the Cape Leopard Trust, which is 3 hours north of Cape Town. A beautiful mountain range called the Cedarberg, which is home to the Cape leopard and many other species. And the position I held was an environmental educator, and kids would come in from the townships of Cape Town and they would come stay with me for a weekend, and I would teach them everything from astronomy to geology to birds and flowers, and really immerse them within the context of nature. Right now I'm studying my Masters in Ecological Design Thinking at Schumacher College. Schumacher College is a centre for ecological studies and social transformation.
Ecological design thinking, the area that Sam's working in, is this wonderful integration between people and non-human others, including whole landscapes, mountains and rivers and everything else. And the question about ecological design thinking is really one in which we try to rewrite our signatures on the planet in some way that the planet now and after us all reads well together.
So we live in a world that tends to separate man and biodiversity. Actually, that separation doesn't exist, and how we as humans behave in the landscape so that we acknowledge the existence of other non-human animals and the plants that exist in the landscape, and that actually makes the whole that the landscape is. Every time I hear him talking about the bush, I just, I feel like a young kid sitting down for a story. He's a wonderful pal. I really like him as a partner in this journey that we are on.
In order to connect with the heart, we have to fall in love with biodiversity. And in order to do that, we need educators who can immerse people in the living soul of biodiversity. And Sam is one of those educators. He's one of those rare people who can show us how to really connect with living beings, with biodiversity in his native Africa, so that people really understand in their bodies, in their hearts, in their souls and in their minds why biodiversity is so important for all sorts of things: food security, water supplies, climatic stability, etc.
Sam is very enthusiastic about exploring the ethical dimensions of biomimicry, and also the rewilding part of the immersive part of the topic.
It allows us to see the genius of design and how that design can help us recreate our cities in such a way that it can bring nature back. The reason why I'm asking for your help today is because I would like to complete my Masters and go back to Africa and create a model for environmental education and a strategy towards an economy for wildlife.